Talking to the new girl who is just starting her online business. And I want to share with you guys some things that I want you to stop doing right now. And I want to share with you guys some secrets to finding your success in your online business. So good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good morning. We're going to do my makeup together, and I'm going to talk about these things with you. And I don't have my glasses on, so if you are commenting, I will get back to your comments as soon as I have a second to put my glasses on. So how is everybody this morning, by the way? Day 100 and 1,000 of quarantine. I hope you guys are doing well. It's sunny here today in London, Ontario, so I'm feeling good. But I wanted to jump on and share about this. I actually did this as an Instagram post on Monday, and it was getting a lot of comments and shares and people saving it. So obviously it had some kind of an impact, and I wanted to do it here as a video for you guys and talk it through a little bit more than what I actually posted. So if you're new and you're starting an online business, there's 3 things that I want you to stop doing right now. And I'm only sharing you these things with you guys this morning is because I know, as being a new entrepreneur 5 years ago, I did all of these things and they didn't serve me. They did not help me in my business. And the first thing I lost my thought. The first thing is your success, is I'm looking at my notes that I wrote in my eyeliner on I wrote my notes. Can you read what that says? Because I can't. I love doing Tales from the Toothpaste. It's so brutally raw and unscripted. So the first one is you're not going to have success overnight. Let's just get that out there right now. When I started my business, I was following, and I still do follow, all kinds of amazing celebrity entrepreneurs, Shailene Johnson and Lori Harder, and just all the cool kids that were already doing and having the success that I wanted. And I was following them and watching what they were doing. And I was like, oh, sweet, I'm going to start this business, create this brand. I'm going to start sharing on my Instagram. And in a couple months, I'll be super successful like they are and have this amazing rockin' business. Well, it doesn't happen that way, you guys. I'm 4 years, almost 5 years into my business, and I'm still trying to figure out, the combination to, achieving the levels of success that I want for myself and my business, right? So your success isn't going to happen overnight. And there's a reason that it's not going to happen overnight. And that's because the success in your business is going to be found in the obstacles, in the roadblocks, in the things that, you're struggling with. They're found in there. And those things are like things you have to go through in your business in order to learn and grow and get to those higher levels of success, right? So those kinds of things, you can't get through those obstacles overnight. You just can't. You might have some small wins. You might have some quick successes for sure. But that real, entrepreneurial, success where you have millions of followers and, people buying your programs every single day and, 100 people showing up for your lives and all that stuff's not going to happen overnight. It's just not. So you have to know that, and you have to be patient, and you have to go through these things. The second thing you have to stop doing is trying to be perfect. There is no perfection in anything. Perfection is a myth, in my opinion. Everybody's got a judgment about something. You can do things totally perfectly. Good morning, everyone. You could do things totally perfectly in your mind, and someone's still going to judge it and say it wasn't perfect and it was bad, right? So you can't hold yourself back by trying to do everything perfectly. You trying to do everything perfectly is actually slowing your progress because you're not taking action. Instead, you're trying to work out all the details and figure out everything out before you actually put yourself out there. It just doesn't happen. And in fact, people don't want perfection. People want this. They want real. They want to see you. They want to hear you, how you really are. They don't want you to be perfectly scripted, perfectly hair and makeup, delivering your message, your perfect messages. They want to see you screw up. It's actually funny because one of the celebrity entrepreneurs that I love and follow, her name's Angie Lee. To all my Angie Lee fans out there, I love how real and authentic she is. And it was funny because she was hosting a webinar I signed up for. And I remember signing up for the webinar, and I got an initial email from her. And then I got another email the next day. And it was actually a Kajabi, because she uses Kajabi like myself. And it was the Kajabi stock email. It had all the Kajabi wording in it. It wasn't it got triggered and she forgot, or whatever she didn't put in her own type. And I remember getting that email and being oops, Angie Lee sent this out. She probably didn't mean to do that. And instead of judging her and thinking oh, she's not good or any of that kind of stuff, I actually felt relief. I was like, yes, Angie Lee makes mistakes too. Yay. Like I started to feel like normal, it actually made me feel really good that happened. Right. And so that's why we want to show up here, not perfect, totally authentic, because it helps you connect with your audience. It helps people feel that connection with you because they go, oh, she's not perfect. Sweet. I'm not perfect either. That means if she can do it, I can do it. Right. So ditch the perfection myth. It's like, it doesn't exist. So stop trying to be perfect. And then the third thing is, and this one's huge, you guys, this one's huge. If you're new in business and you're trying to, you're trying to figure out what you need to be doing to be successful, you need to stop trying to be like everybody else. Like stop trying to do things like she does it or she does it, or even like she does it. Even if they're having success, you need to find your way to do it. And I've struggled with this a lot in my career. I have tried to, write posts like other people. I've tried to, create programs because somebody else had a program like that. I was doing things that weren't coming from here, my heart, from my soul. And any time I did work like that, it never really panned out. And so you've got to stop thinking about what other people are doing and go inwards and start thinking about, what do I want to do? Who do I want to inspire? How do I want to show up? What does my brand look like? And yes, you can look at other entrepreneurs and see what they're doing to, find things that maybe you can emulate a little bit, or, to understand if, what you're doing is, needed by other people. If you see other entrepreneurs creating programs that are kind of similar, that people want to buy those things. It's one thing to do that, but then you've got to do it in your own voice. You've got to do it in your own way, your own method, whatever that is for you. So you have to stop trying to be perfect, stop trying to be like other people, and be patient. Your success is going to happen. It's just not necessarily going to happen overnight, right? And so are you guys resonating with this, for those of you who are watching? And then so some other tips to be successful in this, in the online space. And this is all coming from here. I wrote this post on Monday, and to be honest, I was actually writing a different post, and I caught myself trying to write something that just wasn't coming from here. I was trying to write something like somebody else, and I was struggling with it. It took me an hour, and then I finally ditched the whole post, and I just said to myself, Shayna, what does your ideal client need to hear right now? And that's where, if you go back to my post from Monday, that's where I wrote that post. It just flew out of my mouth. It was just, or not out of my mouth, out of my fingers, and onto the page. And it literally took me 20 minutes. I wrote it, I posted it, you guys. And that's an example of when you speak from in here in your heart, people can connect to that, and they are connecting to this post. And so it's for me, it was a wake up call to remember to always check in with myself and my ideal client. And oftentimes your ideal client, you guys, is a former version of yourself. So you're kind of just checking back in with who you were before you got started, right? So that's, I wrote that post, but some of the things that you need, and this is what you need to be success is not going to be found in doing things right. Success is actually found in the obstacles. It's in the challenges. It's in those things. So be looking for those challenges and be thankful for them, because they're there to help you grow. Okay. And I would rather see you do things horribly wrong, and not wrong, because I don't think anything's wrong. I'd rather see you do things horribly than to try and be perfect and do everything right. You need to show up when see beside the little live here, when it says nobody, and still say your piece. You have to show up and, create programs and continually edit them and evolve them, even when nobody buys them. You have to continually evolve yourself, even when the clients aren't there. There's so many things that you need to do that, that are hard sometimes. You need to be authentic and put your true self out here, even when it's kind of scary. I'm a little sweaty right now, not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. I get on these things and I go do this stuff, and I'm just but this is who I am. This is me coming out in my voice. And this is what I want you to do. Because when you come from here, there's a way better connection. You're gonna have way more success than if you were trying to be perfect and be like other people and, trying to rush this success. It takes time to build. It takes time for your puzzle pieces to figure out what that needs to be in order for you to create that impact that you want to create. And so you've got to be willing to be bad before you're good. You got to be willing to show up when no one's watching. You've got to be willing to keep going, even when your results aren't showing you that you're making any progress. You have to continually keep moving forward, even when your outer results aren't showing proof that it's working. You keep your eye focused on your goal, on where you want to be, and then you just keep taking actions. And that is the story of my business up until this point, you guys, is just continually evolving, shifting, showing up, doing, trying, obstacle after obstacle. And I'm still not there yet, and I'm being patient, and it's going to happen. It's just going to take time. So give yourself that time, be patient, and be willing to go through all the ugly duckling stage is what I called it, right? We got to go through the ugly duckling stage before we can be the people we're looking to become. Because if you were already that person, if you were already, if you already had everything you needed to be at that celebrity level of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you would already have it. So obviously you need to learn things because you don't have it yet. And it's in the learning of those things that's going to get you there. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you guys this morning because the post was getting a lot of comments and messages and shares and things. So I thought this is a message that needs to be shared. So I wanted to share it with you guys on here. Now, I don't have my glasses, so I'm going to just put these ones on. Oh, wait till you see these glasses. These are my granny glasses, so I can see. You're telling us so much. Thank you. Oh, Denise, thank you. Tough love, constructive criticism, so motivating. Never, ever give up. You're so right. You are connecting and listening to your soul. It's exactly right. You got to connect into that. That's where the real connection happens between you and other people. Everything I've been doing is not ordinary. It's been working. That's amazing. I love that. Awesome, you guys. So I hope this message resonates. I'm going to, this afternoon, I'll make this an IGTV. So if you know somebody who needs to hear this, you guys, feel free to share it. You'll see it on my IGTV later today. And I just, I know sometimes I need to hear these things over and over again. And at every level of our entrepreneurial journeys, we hit these spaces of oh my God, what am I doing? Is this working? Every level, it's never going to go away. So you just have to learn how to manage it and move through it. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. Have an amazing Wednesday. We'll talk to you soon. And if you have any questions or comments or have anything you want to talk about online business or startup, send me a DM. I'm always happy to chat. Okay, bye for now.